everybody, welcome to Art du Jour for February the 9th. Today we are making, we are going to make stuffed hearts. I know that sounds like a recipe, doesn't it? But I love to make these little hearts out of paper bags. And paper bags are actually one of my very, very favorite things to work with. They are readily available. There are a lot of them. They're ubiquitous, they're everywhere, and they make wonderful, wonderful fabric. When you kind of treat them with some paint and sprays and things like that, they turn out to be just a really wonderful fabric. I probably made this little stuffed heart maybe, oh gosh, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, and it was part of a mixed media piece that I did. But I thought I would show you how I make a stuffed heart. We'll start with a piece of paper bag, right? And then we're going to drop glue on this paper bag. We are not going to paint it. We're going to use a drop and smear technique. And I will put a link to my drop and smear technique video so you can kind of check that out. But it's super simple, y'all. All we're going to do is use a little bit of acrylic paint, and we're going to drop, 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 drop. No big deal, right? I'm choosing some pinks and reds, and I've got a little bit of off-white that we'll use right at the end because I'm out of white paint. Got to make a trip to the craft shop. But I think I'm going to go to the craft shop after Valentine's because then they do that awesome 90% off thing. Okay, so we're dropping. This is our last color to go on. This is our substitute for white because I don't have any white. This is a linen, and it's a folk art plaid. Drop, 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 drop. All right, now we let that hang out for just a minute. And we dropped on the colors. Gonna let it hang out for just a second. You can use this time to get your binding tools ready. You'll just need a needle, and I'm using embroidery floss, but you can use whatever you want. You can use twine, you can use baker's twine, you can use fibers, you can use, you know, whatever you want. Yarn, doesn't matter. You also might want to grab a stamp. Now, I'm super fond of text stamps on things like this because they aren't like really obvious, and you can use this little stuffed heart for all kinds of things. But if you want to stamp an initial on it, or stamp a butterfly or a flower or whatever you want to, but I'm just going to stick with my go-to text stamp for this. All right, we've let our paint hang out for a minute. Now we're going to take a credit card and we're going to swipe the paint. And we're going to go this way. And you can see what a super cool little technique that is. Makes it almost look tie-dyed in a way. The paper's going to want to roll a little bit. No big deal. Don't worry about it. You don't want your colors to blend too much. I think that's the whole trick. You can see down here where I did it. Can you guys see that? Where I was playing with it here? Yeah, okay. So you don't want those colors to blend too much. All right, we're going to have to let this dry for just a minute, and then I will be right back. Okay, folks, my stuffed rose paper is all dried now, and the next thing that I want to do is shoot it with some glimmer mist. I've got some wonderful Tattered Angels iridescent silver glimmer mist, so I'm just going to spray that on, and you can see that it just gives it a beautiful sheen. And I've got a little bit of coffee shop glimmer mist because I want this to have kind of an aged appearance to it. So we're going to use a little bit of that. Love these glimmer mists. These are the only mists that I've ever used that don't get stuck, y'all. You know how you can always get clogging going on in the spray. This is the only one I've ever used that does not clog at the top. So check out Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist on the Canvas Core website. All right, now this is going to have to dry for a minute. Now while this is drying, I kind of did another little technique over here. I think what I might do is stick some flowers onto my heart, but I'm not really sure about that. But while I'm waiting on this to dry, I think I'm just going to draw a few flowers. You know, we'll just see. We'll see if we want to do that or not. There are so many reasons to just really, really love a paper bag. It's, like I said, it's one of my go-tos. I used to line my desk with a paper bag before my friend gave me these huge white sheets of paper. And that always worked really, really nicely for me. Okay, we are dry over here. The next thing that we're going to want to do is we want to fold this in half. And we're going to cut out our heart shape. Now I'm just going to... I'm kind of nervous about freehanding. I get nervous about freehanding it. Okay. All right. I'm looking for a pencil. I don't see a pencil. All right. We're just going to have to freehand it. All right. We're going to use our marker. See if we can't make a nice heart shape here. There we go. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. Isn't that funny? Alright, okay, now we're going to cut this out. For my stuffing for my heart, uh-oh, I didn't get that quite right. For my stuffing for my heart, I think I'll slice it here, y'all, and then pull it from the back. I'm using, remember when we made our baubles out of plastic? So I've been collecting plastic bags and bubble wrap and stuff to make baubles with. So I've got a little collection going on here. Man, do you see that shimmer? That glimmer mist? Ooh, it's so pretty. Alright, these are awesome scraps, so don't throw that stuff away. Let's even up what we messed up over here. There we go. Alright, keep those. Alright, now you see what we got. We've got the front of the heart and the back of the heart. Now what you're going to want to do at this point, or what I like to do, you can do whatever you want, of course, is I like to go ahead and start stuffing. You will want to, I found it best to just use a little bit of glue, and then when you're stuffing, it doesn't, like, you can have a, it almost like makes a pocket, you know, and then that way when you're stuffing your plastic or your bubble wrap, or you can even use, you know, shredded paper or whatever you want to use. It doesn't really matter. Alright, these are the baubles that I'm starting on. I've got a bicycle bauble and a little angel bauble, and just the one that I haven't done much to. But you can see that I've got plastic bags in here. I think this seems like a good squashy plastic. So I think I'm going to take the top of this, cut it off. You don't want to overstuff, y'all. You know, just a little bit of stuffing. You know, just to make it just a little bit puffy. I don't even remember what I used in this one. Oh, we forgot to do our stamping. We got to do our text stamping before that. Let me grab my text stamp. Boy, I've gotten a lot of use out of this. There we go. You can see, I think that just makes it really pretty. Let's go ahead and do the back. There we go. Okay, now I gave that the glue a little bit of time to dry too. I think I'm gonna slice this up a little bit more. Another great use for plastic that might go in the, you know, in the recycling. I mean, in the trash. We don't want to put that in the recycling unless you can. Okay. So here we go. We're kind of getting that stuffed in there a little bit. Just pushing it in. And you can see that we're getting a little bit of puff there. And that's all we want. We don't want to overstuff this and make it, you know, not to where we're going to sew this together, y'all. So we want it to not be to the point where it's going to be overstuffed. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here. And then that way the plastic will adhere just a little bit better. I want some up here too. There we go. You can use styrofoam for this too. You know, we're big fans of styrofoam around here. We made our heavy metal hearts, so you can use a styrofoam template to do this as well. All right, now that is almost enough puff. I think I want just a little more. You can use cotton balls for this, whatever you have hanging around. Doesn't really matter. I do think I want just a little more, like right there. Okay, so I'm going to put a little more glue in here. Put that up just a little bit more. And let's see what that's looking like. Okay, yeah, that's good. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Really, you don't have to worry about this poking through because you can get it all tucked in, okay? There we go. Okay, that looks good. That's exactly the right amount of puff. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. We want our heart glued together, but we're also going to sew it. So the sewing is going to show through. I've got a little bit of plastic poking out right there. More glue. This is a quick, easy craft. You could go ahead and make some puffy hearts and let your kids decorate them. God, kids love Valentines. I remember when I taught school, I was an assistant teacher in the 3rd grade for a really long time. And it was just one of the sweetest things in the whole wide world when they would, you know, they make their Valentine's folders and, you know, the kids would come in with their Valentines and put them in the folders. It was always so exciting. Being 8 was a great thing. And it was wonderful to be 27, you know, and kind of see those 8-year-olds having fun. Okay. All right, now there's a little puffy heart. Can't get this to stay, y'all. I'm going to have to push this in and kind of press it down for a minute. See if it'll hang on. Okay. All right, I'm going to let this dry just a minute and then I'll be back and we'll do some sewing. I am back, friends. My puffy heart dried and I've already punched some holes in it, but I wanted to kind of take you through the hole punching thing because you got to be a little bit careful when you do this because you need to come in just a little bit from the edge. So try not to get your holes too close to the edge. Something else that you're going to be super surprised about is how tough this paper bag fabric gets. I mean, you just won't believe it. It's pretty tough stuff. So I'm continuing to punch my holes. I've just got a little pokey tool thing here. This is an awl, actually. So I'm continuing to punch my holes. And if you have a puncher thing, I guess you can use that too, but I don't have one. You can use a needle too, if you want. But like I said, the paper is super strong. It's just crazy. I've already done one side of this with the stitching, and just gonna put a knot in this string and go from this side. There we go. And it's just Is that a whip stitch? I don't really know what kind of stitching this is. I'm so grateful to my subscribers because they'll go, that's a this kind of stitch, or that's a this kind of stitch. And I'm like, thank you very much. I didn't know what it was. Alright, there we go. I make journals, and a lot of my journals are covered with paper bags. They just are such fun to work with. And there we go. Okay, almost done. We're gonna, you see we left a little tail on that first section we did. So we're gonna leave another little tail here. And this will be a way for us to hang our little heart. Just bring the two tails together, and we're going to tie them up there. I did decide that I did want to use those little flowers I knocked out a while ago. Not really, they're not very fancy flowers. I think I need to put this under here to make it hang right. I can see right now that that's not going to work. Put this under here like that. There we go. That's a better way to hang it. I am going to put a couple of these flowers that I did on here, and I'm going to use love, the word love, from one of my border stamps that are free at my tammybrackettdesigns.etsy.com site. I'm hoping that my web guy can get those up. It's a free download for you. Hoping that he'll be able to do that this week, but that's kind of where I am with that. But they should be there really soon. Okay, and there we go. I put some flat pearls right there. That looks pretty cool. And I thought maybe just the word love. I can't decide if I want to use, I think I just want the word love, and I want the heart. And we'll use that. That should look pretty cool. Alright. Oh, okay, great. And there we go, guys. A little puffy stuffed heart for your Valentine's or for you to keep. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for joining me for Art du Jour for February the 9th. See you tomorrow. Bye.